Look at the camera. Let's see. Okay. First and last name Jovanni Belgadilo. Date August 18th, 2017. Well, I'm originally born and raised in Mexico. I came to the United States when I was, 21 years old, and began to work. As most of us can, to find a better life, to have a better future. But sometimes things ain't going the way you planned it. But mom and dad, family members, all back, they're all back there in Mexico, living their life. I'm the only one over here, so pretty tough. But I'm able to make it, I guess, if you can say it like that. I make it for a little while until I got myself into bad habits, drug addiction, alcoholics, when I was 17, and led me to do one thing and then another, and until kind of stopped myself and getting worse and worse, and pretty much coming from a background of family that they got addictions as well too, so that kind of was some that it's coming the family tradition there. Let's put it that way. Everybody working, doing their best, but when I was growing up, I moved out of my house when I was 11, and decided to just live a life like I thought that was the best thing to do.
Could you share a little bit before prison, before what just kind of your upbringing, a couple stories you may have shared, just some things that you were involved in?
Before prison?
Before what?
Oh, okay, I'll just mention it before. When I came to the United States, came in 2008, working, making a living. Last thing I know, I found myself getting caught up and breaking the law, and got myself into trouble. Now facing prison time. Myself alone, with nobody around me, nobody that I would maybe look out for some help. But I was in a pretty bad situation back then when I noticed that I was in some serious trouble, that I was facing prison time, and it was the worst thing that I have experienced. That was the last thing I got in my mind, because the way I was living, I thought always one day I'd be dead by not coming to prison. That was the last thing I was thinking about, being in prison. But I was said, by me coming to prison, is allowed me to see that the prison ain't the last thing you can face it, you know what I'm saying? If it wouldn't be for a prison, I would say that for real, would be dead for real, and not be lost, because I was lost out there for real, and I would be like I was pretty much a dead, a walking body, you know, a dead walking body that even if I have my life gone, but it was not really a life, you know, if you know what I'm saying. So coming to prison, realizing that it's be a wake-up call for me. So I take it as a wake-up call from God to my life. Yeah.
So how long have you been in prison?
I've been incarcerated since 2011. I'm on almost my 7 years. I'm a sentence, 25 years sentence. And time in prison has been, I would say, hard when we choose still being in the position that we are. We're still choosing to continue to do bad, you know. And I find out in the first 2 or 3 years being in prison that this ain't really what I want, you know what I mean? This isn't really what God had for me as well. The way that I was living, the way that I was doing time in my first years in prison, I would say that was the stupid thing that I ever done to find myself in the situation that I'm in. Constantly continue to do the wrong thing. It's definitely it's a stupid thing, you know what I'm saying? But now it's been a whole different thing. It's been a whole different world for me. This new life is another chance that God has provided for me through a lot of the brothers and facilitators. And here in this facility, a lot of the pastors and volunteer Christian brothers, they come and share the Word of God to us from the outside world coming in. Spending time with us, that's definitely very helpful for me. Speaking for myself, yeah, it's been helpful because first I've been learning how to speak this language since I've been in prison, so I've been most definitely been a challenge for me to be able to communicate with my English speaker brothers, you know what I mean? So
what did you think of the freedom challenge was offered to you?
what did I think?
Yeah, what do you think the freedom challenge was offered to you in prison?
I can say this, I can say that God really is in control of Freedom Challenge, because Freedom Challenge is when I decided to give my life to Christ and begin to walk this walk, this Christian lifestyle, which is ain't not easy, but I began to realize that God had a better thing for us, a better plan, a better purpose. Everything had a purpose, everything had a meaning. So when I began to embrace and believe that, and recognize that God is working through Freedom Challenge, that's the best thing that happened in my life to me. Being in Freedom Challenge, that's one of the best experiences I have, because I get to meet a lot of good people, a lot of good brothers in Christ, as leaders and mentors, and be able to be inspired by them, you know what I'm saying? The love they got for God, the passion they got for the things of the Lord, you know. So it inspires me to look forward to stepping up and begin to do that as well, you know what I'm saying? Now that God has shown me how much He loves me, and now that I believe that and I take a hold of that, he began to show me that how to love others, how to care for people, how to help others, how to be for one another. You know what I'm saying? And have each other's back, especially in this environment, which is a little bit hard to trust. You know what I'm saying? And our Freedom Challenge absolutely have helping me to open my mind and discover easy ways to get close to the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and give me a great tools that I can use to be able to walk this walk. Definitely, yeah.
So what was your mindset before Freedom Challenge?
Man, I was like I said in the beginning, I was a wretch, you know what I'm saying? My mindset was me, myself, and only me, and don't care about nobody else. I was a selfish man, and God had to show me that through trials and tribulation, and with His love, His mercy, and grace, I begin to see that and understand that I need to put myself in this situation, but as well, I hurt others for my behavior, the way that I conduct myself. You know what I'm saying? The people that was around me that was getting affected by my actions and my conduct. You know what I'm saying? So much before, like I said, it was just me thinking about myself. What can I do to get this? You know what I'm saying? And whatever I can do to get it, I would do it. You know what I mean? And regardless the consequences of the cost. So I was not paying no mind. I was caring less for what people think about me. You know what I'm saying? And since I find myself alone, I was always thinking about, since I'm alone, of course nobody cares for me, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares what I do. So why would they care about what I do? So I do what I did, and don't pay no mind what everybody else think around me, but I wasn't wrong, you know what I'm saying? I can say that was wrong for me to think that way, because God's been amazing. God's been so good with me. Has given me the opportunity to wake up and understand that now that's not about ourselves. When He's seen these people through Freedom Challenge in my life, God is showing me His love. You know what I mean? And let me know that there's people that really care. I mean, they really want to see me to accomplish the things that God has planned for me from the beginning, you know. So it's been really it's been a blessing to be part of this Freedom Challenge movement, you know, as well being part of the Teen Challenge out there in the world. So graduated from Freedom Challenge, and now being part of the leadership Freedom Challenge facilitators in here in Ladder Correctional. So hey, what else can I ask for? This it's been good.
That's awesome stuff, brother. That's really cool. Seeing how God is moving through you and change your mindset. And again, God was there for you all along. That's cool. Do you have anything else to say? Anything to say? What would you tell yourself, 8 years ago when you were season this every day, 8, 9 years ago?
Man, 8 years ago, I had a plans that, you know, dreams. Like everybody had dreams that when I was in school, I was dreaming about becoming a soccer player pro. You know what I mean? So, professional soccer player. I love soccer. That was one of my big dreams. You know what I'm saying, to accomplish. And 8 years ago, that was all in my mind to chase the dream, to do the best thing I can do to be able to reach out for the dream, and of course have a family, you know, be able to share that with my family, be able to sons and daughters and wife and be able to have a strong family. But in all of my dreams, I was missing one thing, which is the most important thing. God, I don't have God in my dreams. God wasn't part of my plans either, so when I planned these things, now I understand why I didn't accomplish them, because I never made God the first priority for my dreams, I would say, because the Bible teaches that the man make plans, but God make it come through. If we put God in our dreams and plans, absolutely they're gonna come through, because He said it. You know what I'm saying? But when we begin to plan for ourselves and have that selfish ambition of accomplish everything without allowing God to be part of your life and dreams, that ain't gonna happen, And years now, I would say now, and from this day on, this God being part of my plans and dreams. You know what I'm saying? I got better things, better dreams, better visions that God has given me through these past few years, and absolutely He's the main one. He's my first priority. He's on my top of my list. That God's gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I trust. I begin to believe that everything that God says in the Bible, He will do it. You know what I mean? If there's always that word, if we faithfully do what He says, we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So we believe that God is an awesome God, because the Scripture says, because for Him we move and exist. We have our being. So God is our everything. If we don't have God, we don't have nothing. You know what I mean? So that was what I was 8 years ago. I was nobody. I was nothing. I didn't have nothing. Even if I was thinking that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing the right thing, but before I got into my addictions and all that, I thought I was doing right, but God showed me different.